it ready?
Yes.
All right. Okay, it's 6 o'clock and we'll call the meeting to order. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, are there any additions or corrections to the consent calendar?
So moved.
Second.
Will you call roll?
Commissioners Garbers.
Aye.
Pickers. Aye. Carlson. Aye. Mayor Lundstrom.
Aye. Are there any visitors to be heard tonight about anything that's not on the agenda? Oh.
Doug McKinney, Canton. Tomorrow night, Tuesday the 23rd at 6:30 p.m. in the commission room of the courthouse, the commissioners are going to review the old courthouse options. There are 6 options with possible board action on the next steps for the old courthouse. One option involves the city of Canton. I urge everybody to attend that can.
You pardon? I didn't hear that last part.
I urge everybody that can attend to be there.
What time?
At what time?
6:30 tomorrow night at the
Okay,
courthouse.
thank you. Yeah, you.
Charles Smith, 724 East Walnut. I'm here on behalf of the Canton Lutheran Church's Restoring Radiance Committee. We are the committee that's involved with restoring the stained glass windows. We are in a 3-phase project. You might have noticed we started on the south phase already. Have all the in-place windows are completed. The big main window is up in Minnesota right now being restored. It'll go back in this summer. We were fortunate enough to receive a grant from the Fund for Sacred Places. It's a matching grant. And part of that grant is we have to confirm whether Canton requires a historic preservation review. If you don't, that's fine. If it does, we have to go through that process too. And that's part of their due diligence in that they just want to make sure that as these projects get completed, that the proper steps are followed. Our project's pretty straightforward, but it's just one of the items we have to, check the box for.
And it's for the Historical Society to make sure that it was done according to.
If the city requires a historic
We
review,
don't.
and just reflect that in the minutes, and I will be done.
Okay, put
All
that.
right, thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else have anything? If not, we'll move on to new business. We're here to advertise to discuss or vote on advertising for a full-time police officer position, which will take the place of an officer that resigned and relocated. So, open this up.
Motion to approve.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
A second. Is there any discussion?
I'd like to discuss, get some questions for Corbin.
Is that Commissioner Wolf by chance?
No.
You were here when I discussed when it took the patrol 4 people to cover 24/7.
Yep.
We got one at the school and we got you. So I guess appropriate record for the newspaper or whatever, can you explain why that's 6 is not enough?
So the 7th position fills in that nights and weekends. So we will have 2 guys on Friday night and Saturday nights. They fill in, so we have 2 patrol officers because those are the most busy nights of the year, and it helps with officer safety completely. So that officer also fills in for any sort of extended period of leave, any sort of baby leave, military leave, anything like that. Officer Bates just left. He took 2 baby leaves in his time that he was here, and he was gone for umpteen weeks during that, and that helped alleviate everyone's workload and their stress to just be able to fill in that position right off the bat. But primarily it is for the swing shift. So Friday and Saturday nights, we have 2 officers on for officer safety purposes.
How long have we done that?
I believe we became a 7-man department in 2023
I believe so.
is when we started doing that.
And why?
We got the SRO, and with the SRO coming in, we could move to a swing shift, getting that 7th guy in. So that availability definitely helps again. Friday, Saturday nights for safety purposes, because those are the busiest nights, and for filling in for the department when people leave.
My question is, why did we add 2 shifts, 2 people on a Friday and Saturday night? Why and when?
2023 is when we went to the 7-man department, and that's when we had enough overhead for our department to have that swing shift. We used to have a detective, okay, and prior to that, we removed the detective because myself and Sergeant Conley do all the follow-up. So we felt like we didn't need that position, and that's why we moved it to the swing shift, which helps, again, cover the most busiest nights of the week. If you have a DUI on Friday night, you can be gone transporting for hours because you have to get a lab draw, you have to transport and lodge. And so having that 2nd guy in on the swing shift helps with coverage.
So the 7th person isn't full-time?
The 7th person is full-time. It is a full-time position. They work a swing shift. They work Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So they work every weekend, and then they fill in if anybody needs to leave, if anybody has vacation. So like this week, Josh is back from the academy. So we have him back, but we have Sergeant Conley who took leave today, Sergeant Conley who took leave on Tuesday and Friday. So all we had to do was fill in with Officer Livermore because he came back from the academy and needed to work those hours. So that's kind of what it was. He fills in and he can work either days or nights.
So how often are you on patrol?
I'm on, what do you mean? I work Monday through Friday. I come
What do
out
you
and
do
help.
on your Monday through Friday? People are asking.
People are asking what the chief of police does.
You?
Okay. Well, I work right now currently. So I work Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. I do all of the admin work. I do all of the granting work. I do all of make sure the equipment is working. I fill in for patrol. I cover officers when they're on day shift and they need somebody for a second. I fill in for there right now currently with SRO Valdez being on shift. I work the shifts when I come in and he's in the school. I fill in like that. There's a plethora of things that I do. Evidence. I do all of the evidence. I control the evidence room. I send everything to the state that needs to be analyzed by the lab. If you would like to ride with me one day, you're more than welcome to.
I'd love to. Great. For the record, when this thing started a month ago, it definitely was in the papers that I wanted to defund the police and that I wanted to pull a school resource officer. Correct me if I'm not wrong, but I never said I wanted to pull a school resource officer. As far as I know, you're the only one that said you were going to pull the school resource officer. So would you clarify that I didn't say I wanted to, that you wanted to?
That's not something that I wanted to do. Travis had to fill in for the day shift, and that's what he's doing currently. And we're all working to keep him in the school as much as we can. I apologize that you may have been misquoted on what you said during a commission meeting, but I have nothing to do with the media or anything like that.
So you said you had to pull Travis to cover the day shift.
Yep, until Officer Livermore comes back
So
in March.
You can't do that?
I can't work shift work. I can work shift work. I'm doing shift work right now with Trav. When he works during the day, I fill in for him so he can be in the school.
I don't know if we can do part of this since you got the first and second, but I would really, looking at the budgets, not only in the police department, in all the departments, I would love to have all the supervisors line by line, explain their budget. Maybe the second meeting in January, if that's enough time for them to get ready. I don't know if we can do it here, otherwise I want it on the next agenda. Not you, I want the supervisors to explain their budget line by line. Because looking at it, we're going up $100,000 every year, roughly.
I don't know if it was that steep of things, but yes, prices do increase, right?
2024, your police budget was $841,000. 2025, your police budget is $858,000. This year we jumped to $922,000, which is a 6.9% increase. Not only your budget, but there's a lot of budgets that, again, I'm sitting here, I believe I'm representing the citizens. The citizens want to know, why is everything keep going up? And I understand something's going up, but I don't think it's anything. I don't think there's a better way than for you guys as a supervisor to explain your budget.
And I have no issues going over my budget. I don't have anything to hide in there.
Let's save that for another time. So, is there any other questions?
I just wanted to also state, we had that long talk, and
Yes,
I kind of, the same thing that Paul said, is that what we heard was the SRO needs to stay at the school. There's a contract for the SRO to be at the school. And we've also heard that you are on during the days,
Yep.
and that the plan was to take the SRO out of the school to cover for day shift.
And he does work days.
And
again,
so we just want to be clear that the citizens made it very clear they want the SRO at the school.
yes, ma'am.
And it wasn't like, oh, we understand that he needs to cover the day shift. It was, we want the SRO at the school. You're on during the day. I get that you also take vacations, whatnot. But just do your best
Yep.
to make sure that if day shift needs covered and you're available, that you're available. Because we've heard loud and clear, the SRO needs to be at the school, and they are under contract. I mean, this isn't just a, we decided to have them. I mean, there is a signed contract that this person should be working at the school. So we don't want to make issues for ourselves. So
Yep.
I just want to make that clear, just so that we're all aware of what the discussion has been about. So
Okay.
And I'm just gonna say that I apologize for not being at the last meeting for you and for the community, but I did have a sick child, I said, which is why I could not be here.
Family first, of course. It's not anything new for anybody here, I would assume.
Okay.
One more question. Part of your contract was to move to town?
Yes, I do own a
What
home
time
in town.
period?
There is no time period set in that. I believe from having conversations.
There's no set time for him to move to town?
There wasn't, because he owns a
I
home
own a
that
home
he's
in
working,
town
that
that
he's
I'm
working on,
renovating
like
currently.
it's not livable until he gets it complete.
And his
So,
children go to school here.
I have 2 children in the elementary school.
But all I hear is
Hmm.
that we have to, time is of the essence. If we can't have our police chief living in town when they live in T, I don't know how we can practice and preach time is of the essence. If your people need you, how long is it gonna take you to get from T to here?
How long would it take if I was in Sioux Falls grocery shopping?
I'm just
I
What I
get
said.
that. I get that is something that's important, and I know, and I've had conversations with Sarah about it as well, and she brought that up as well about how maybe the former chief was traveling over the weekends too much. I completely see where that is. So I have a home in town that I am renovating, and that I plan on living. I have 2 children in the elementary school, so I mean,
understand where I'm coming from.
sure.
Okay. We bring it to a vote. Want to call roll?
Commissioners Piggers.
Aye.
Carlson. Aye. Garbers.
No,
Mayor Lundstrom.
Aye. Motion passed. Thank you.
Thanks for your time.
Okay. Now we go for commissioner dialogue. Sarah, you got anything?
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Paul?
Merry
No.
Christmas.
Same here in Christmas.
Yep, Merry Christmas, be safe. Thank you. Thanks for all coming anyway, too. We appreciate having people here. Even though nobody came forward and talked, anybody want to talk? Nope, okay. Okay, now we'll move on. Did you have anything you wanted to add, Andrew?
No, ma'am.
All right, now we have an executive session planned, South Dakota Codified Law 1-25-2 for union negotiations. Thank you all for coming and Merry Christmas.
Motions and seconds.
Oh, yeah,
Motion.
Second.
call roll.
Commissioners Carlson. Aye. Garbers.
Right.
Diggers. Aye. Mayor Lundstrom.
Aye. Yeah, right? Do we have to move this?